It is my pleasure at this time to welcome the president of Invictafc, Shannon Knapp.
First of all, I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight and the support that you give Invicta and our athletes. Secondly, and most importantly, I want to thank the athletes. They put on amazing performances every time they step in our cage. Did you guys enjoy the show?
Yeah.
So we have Marloes Coenen, Cris Cyborg, and Sarah Kaufman. We're going to open the floor up for questions. So Mike has the microphone. If you want to ask a question, please just give me the signal.
Hey, this question's for Barb. Barb, it's Jeremy White with UMR Live. Great to see you winning tonight. Coming from MFS, they've got a storied tradition of title holders, champions going in and out of that gym. And in the last couple of years, there have been some changes over there at MFS. Your coach, Junior Hernandez, has moved up, and by tonight, judging by your performance, he's done quite a good job with you. Two questions really. One, what does it mean to bring another title home to MFS? And two, I want to hear about Junior and Pat and all that work that Junior's done with you. Thanks.
There's just a legacy that goes with Military fighting systems, and the military fighting system is still very much alive, and it's so dominant. I think that a lot of the fighters that were there just sort of dispersed for a while, but the team is really building up again. We have a ton of amateurs about to make good debuts that are, you're going to start seeing them again. Junior has been a wonderful head coach. He's really brought the team together and made us a team again. He's very easy to rally around. He expects perfection and he pushes us hard. And that's the military way. It's hard work. And I think that you're going to see a lot of them with us in the future.
Shannon, my question's actually for you. 135, will you be holding that off until after the tough tryout?
Yeah,
and 125, who are the top two contenders for Barb now?
Well, I think that there's a couple sitting out there, but they haven't made, I'm not going to bring them up yet, they haven't made any decisions on who's going to move into that position. But I think that, there's a couple that are sitting out there, five that position.
Hi, Jeremy Johnson, that MMA show. This question is for Marloes and for Cris. Marloes, I'm sorry, right in front of you. After seeing the commanding performance of Cris Cyborg tonight, how do you feel going into this fight?
I feel terrified. After my first fight with Cris, I noticed that she could, but I kind of underestimated her. I was like, oh, she's got a lot of muscles, but I would see that. And then she hit me, and then I feel my game plan, and she hit me a little bit more. But I hate it when I lose. I really hate that, and I always want to make up for my losses. So I have a few girls still on this. And what I like about Cris is that she's a true fighter. And I like the challenge, and it's been 3 years. The challenge has come up. I always said I wanted to do it at the end of my career, but it came sooner. And now when but I'm really happy it happened sooner than after my career, because I'm going for a win, and then she needs another rematch, and then we can fight again, and so on.
Cris, how do you feel?
I say thank you for everybody supporting me. I'm very excited to be here. And today is an amazing day for me. And 1 year of fighting and my first fight. And I try to do my best for everybody. And I show aggressive and I try to help all the time. And then I say thank you for my friend. I appreciate she's very good. I'm good too. And let's go fight. Life is good. I feel ready. And I think it's a good show for everybody.
Okay. Oh, my first question is to Shannon. What about the 115 title? Are we going to be seeing that defended anytime soon?
Yes, you are. Possibly on the next card.
Okay, any idea who would be challenging?
We have an idea, but we're not disclosing it.
Okay. And my next question is to Sarah. Going into that decision, that last round, did you feel that you won, or did you feel it was really, really close?
I definitely knew I won the first. Second, Leslie was able to take control and win that round. And then going to the third, I felt really strong, pushed forward a lot, landed quite a few combos, and I thought that I won the fight first and third.
Sarah, you said that you'd like to thank Zuffa after your fight. Can you clarify the situation on why you were able to take this fight and what it was you were thinking for?
Well, you know, they gave me permission and they gave Invicta permission to allow me to fight here. And I was really excited. I asked them to do that. I didn't want to keep waiting, and I was, you know, I had the opportunity to fight for Invicta in October, and then I had an injury and wasn't able to do that. So I was just really excited to be under the Invicta banner and part of such an amazing organization for the females from 105 up to 145 to really showcase their skills. And you definitely saw that tonight in all of the divisions.
Is that something that they're going to continue to allow in the future, or is this a one-time only deal?
You know, I'm not sure about that. I mean, I know that they've had a really good relationship between Invicta, you know, and Zuffa, but, you know, that's Shannon and Sean Shelby there dealing with that stuff.
Well, that was actually my next question. Shannon, what is the relationship between Invicta and Zuffa right now?
Yeah, it's a very positive relationship. I mean, we're both working for the same cause to make it better for female athletes. We're respectful to them, they're respectful to us, and the relationship continues forward.
Awesome.
Leslie, this is Jeremy White with UMOR Live. First, I want to get your reaction to the crowd's reaction at the end of the fight, and then, of course, your reaction to the decision.
I love fighting here. I love the crowd. I really appreciate them. I never am happy to see anybody inside the ring getting booed for any situation. You know, it's nothing I'm ever going to encourage, whether I think I won the fight or whether, you know, whatever. I never want to see my opponent get booed. But I think the crowd was pretty plain about who they think won. They definitely showed it. They were really loud and noisy about it, which isn't anything that I encourage, but that's what I heard. As far as my feelings, I got nothing to say. You know, I should have finished it. You know, I could stay here and I could whine and complain, but I prefer to keep it classy. And I should have finished the fight and went to the judges. So that's how it went.
Leslie, this question's for you. Jeremy with that MMA show. And so with the commanding performance that you did put on between you and Sarah, do you feel that this puts you on the UFC's radar now?
Well, I don't really feel like the UFC could be too proud of putting a fighter out there that won such a decision.
Controversial.
Controversial, that's the word I was going for. I mean, it was a controversial decision. I don't really think the UFC can do anything other than have us fight again to settle the score. I mean, that's really the only place that it can get finished, because they're not going to really look too good putting up their person and saying, look, we got the #2 contender, but half the world thinks that she lost to Invicta's fighter. So, does that answer the question?
Hey Shannon, this is Veronica Boones with Roundup. Can you talk about preliminary pay-per-view buy numbers? No. Okay, how about
Okay, I would tell you, I learned my lesson a long time ago about that.
figure that's the answer we get. Okay,
I'm not a repeat offender.
How about seeing the stream a lot better, didn't hear anything about issues for that. Isn't that great?
Satellite, HD, smooth sailing, so everything was really good tonight. We tweeted on Twitter, so we accomplished a lot of good things. I think the fan response was extremely positive, but how could it not be? I mean, you gotta give it all up to the athletes. You just provide a platform. They come in and do everything else. And you're the people that support them and help raise this thing. So, yeah.
Are you going to continue with the same model in the future?
In terms of pay-per-view?
Yes.
Is that what you're asking? Yeah, no, hopefully we're going to have a broadcast on.
That's what I want to know.
And you were.
Can you say? No. Okay. Thank you.
The question is for Chris. Chris, I know it's been a while since you've been in the ring. Did anything feel different, or can you take us through what it was like to actually walk down the ramp and feel the door close behind you?
I'm a little bit nervous. I think everybody when we fight will be nervous, but I feel ready. And this fight I have good support, and she support me and all my trainers. And I feel ready, you know, for any situation, stand up or ground. And I'm very excited, happy, and in all the fights I try to do my best. And I'm blessed, you know.
Chris, what do you think will be different the next time you face Marloes Coenen as compared to the last fight?
I think it was when I fight her, I think 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago. I think she's better and I'd be better too. I think we keep training and I think a good match. And I'm very pleased because after the fight I did it with her and she lose, and then she's the first fighter after I fight. She say I wanna fight you again. And after finish the fight, she say for me, I wanna fight you again. It's happening.
Are you in any way worried that the Mushal fight was not enough of a test to prepare you for Coenen?
No, I will well, you know. I train hard and I train in gym, and I think what I did inside the gym, I will engage. And if you have to fight, I want to be ready. I want to be ready.
Shannon, I was wondering if you would be interested in Leslie Smith versus Sarah Kaufman too.
Yeah. Great fight. Fight of the night. Right now, but yeah, I mean, it's certainly something we can look at in the future. Also, sub of the night. Anybody goes good? Oh yeah. Rose. To Marion Nakamoto. Okay? Nice.
Roses was the fastest submission ever by a female, I believe.
Is it that?
That's right, the fastest submission.
Fastest?
Fifth fastest submission in MMA.
So you're saying Invicta's got the fastest ever?
That's right.
This question's for Shannon. I'm wondering, what do you think is next for Bec Hyatt?
Ooh, I got some good competition with Bec Hyatt. No, there's a lot of girls that are coming up in the rings that, definitely I think Joanna Calderwood's setting out there, that would be a matchup we'll all want to see eventually. I think we'll see.
Well, since Ms. Waterson is in the building right now, my question to you is that arm bar in that third round, how deep was it? And, how's your arm feeling right now?
My arm's fine. I guess I didn't realize how deep it was until everybody started talking about it. In my head, I was just like, we can turn, just wait for the right moment, just turn. So I keep telling everybody it's my face that hurts from the third round.
Yeah, that was an amazing thing because a lot of people didn't think that you had a lot of great grappling ability, and it just was unbelievable to see you and Jessica just go at it in a really tough back and forth grappling battle, as it were. Tell us a little bit about training for this fight and how your grappling over at Jackson's kind of went as planned during this fight.
I have a great team at Jackson's that have been helping me get ready for this fight, and I also started going over to Gracie Baja, and they've been helping me a lot with my grappling. And for us, it was a lot of focusing on pressure and not letting her use her good legs and flexibility, and just trying to shut that game down before she was able to capitalize.
Okay, then my next question is for Julia. Obviously, now you got to be looking at the match between Cyborg and Marloes and thinking of yourself about a title shot. How far do you think you're out for that? Do you think you're going to take one more fight before that happens, or are you going to wait and see what happens at the fight next time?
I think that I hope I'm fighting on the July card, and then I hope to fight the winner at the end of the year. That all goes accordingly.
Any certain person that you want to fight next at all, Julia?
No, I haven't really thought about it, but hopefully somebody that's in the top 10, close to the top as well, and yeah.
And my last question is for Lauren. First of all, how's it be to be able to fight at Invicta 135? You just turned 135 this past month, and how was the turnaround? And what was it like to fight here at Invicta?
Invicta's been amazing, and it's been a really awesome experience to be here and fight for them. And I agree with Shannon Knapp completely that all the athletes here tonight put on an awesome show, and it's just been really sweet to see other women fight that I've looked up to since I started my MMA career, and be able to meet them and talk to them and watch all the hard work that everybody's put into this show come to fruition.
Any possibility you're going to be trying out for the Ultimate Fighter?
It's crossed my mind. I haven't completely decided one way or the other yet. I really miss my family. I really want to go home and see my family.
Shannon Tito Ortiz. I was wondering the way, right here, mine is light. As UFC, of course, when champions lose their title, usually get a rematch. Was there a possibility of seeing a rematch with Jessica versus Andrade?
Yeah, I think, of course there's going to be a rematch. I think that we're going to let Michelle go back in and do her thing again against someone else, and then just another fight. And see where we're at.
Thank you. It's my dog.
Shannon, to piggyback off what Tito just said, since you're going to be getting Michelle another fight at 105, are you considering either Alex Chambers or Simona Supova? Both look very good tonight.
Yeah, I think that Phil's got finished with this one, so maybe a little time to see exactly the spot. And we'll see what we come up with. But there's a lot of good matchups in that weight division. That's a weight division that has needed attention for a really long time. And we found that we have a lot of talented athletes now. But it'll be good, I promise.
Is there any update on some of the fighters who are injured, who had to drop off this card? Do you think like Nick DeLee and Edion Gomes and Veronica Rothenhausler, do you think they'll be fighting in July?
I think it's possible. I mean, their injuries were not severe that would keep them out for an extended amount of time. So, yeah, it's highly possible.
Michelle, could you talk to us a little about the transition that you made going from reality television to now being a champion in Invicta?
Are you talking about the reality, like the Fight Girls?
Or, well, it could be Bully Beatdown too, but yeah, I meant Fight Girls.
Well, Fight Girls, Bully Beatdown, it's just lots of fun, but you really can't compare that to an actual fight in the ring, going against somebody, that's, in their own training camp, in their own element, and training to take your head off just because you're training to take their head off. When I was younger, I wanted to be like a Power Ranger, and I feel like I feel like now I'm like a real life Power Ranger. Like, I think this is funner than being a Power Ranger. I get to be a fighter and I get to put my heart out there and show the world. So it's awesome.
Cool. And we've already heard the idea broached that you're having a rematch. Is that something you want to take, or do you want some other contenders first?
You know what? Like Shannon said, it's really up to her. The fight was definitely back and forth. And I'm kind of still speechless as to how it all, went down. I thought we had an amazing fight, and I still can't reflect on it yet. So I'd love to go back and watch the fight tape and see the back and forth, because everything is still kind of like in a blur to me right now. So
this is for Michelle. You were very emotional after your win. Talk us through what the emotion was about.
Because I felt like
Other than your Power Ranger.
I don't know. I felt like I was a huge underdog, and I really had to, that song. Don't believe the hype. I was just really emotional because I believed in myself, and I was able to come through. So yeah, that's why.
Shannon, you said that Miriam Nakamoto scored KO tonight. It's probably going to be controversial since there's no small amount of opinion. The knockout blow was actually illegal. Can you speak to that?
Well, the first one, though, when she went down, of course I'll rewatch it, but at this point in time, the first one when she hit her and she crumpled down, that was illegal.
For sure.
Second one, I'll look at it again, but it still doesn't erase the fact that when she, the first time, her legs buckled.
Absolutely. And another one, if I may. Zoila, what's next? Is 125 your home, or are you going to reevaluate your weight class?
125 is my home. Not taking anything away from Maya. She won that fight. She's a better woman tonight. the physical part of this sport has never been a problem for me. The mental aspect of it, just recently, these last couple of fights has been a battle. So I'm gonna have to go back home, talk to my coaches and try to figure something out, because that fighter that you saw tonight, I wasn't me at all. And it's just, it was weird, but I'm gonna stay at 25. That's where I wanna be, and I'm gonna continue to fight at that weight.
Thanks.
This question's for Shannon. After the commanding performance of Rose Namajunas, what do you see next for her?
Oh, she's a sassy one. She for sure is. You know, I mean, just put her back on. Of course, you know, she's quite a new opponent. You know, that's the way we look at it. Is each time they win, you've got to have a little bit of new equity. So, yeah, we're delighted to have her.
This question is for Jennifer. Jennifer, this is Veronica from the Roundup. You faced a very tough opponent in fightings with Roscoe and used the clinch very effectively. Was that something that you planned to do going in?
Ci strategici siamo capaci di entrare e chi assolutamente so everything was very
She says she really didn't have a strategy for the fight. She used that to her advantage. She knew that Zoila was a really tough opponent, and she just went with it. She trained hard for it, and she was able to deliver. Thank you.
Notice this time around the venue was different. When I talked to you in the past, I'd asked you about your dream location for an event. Can we expect to see other venues, maybe possibly other states, maybe other countries for Invicta in the future?
Oh, definitely. I mean, moving the show around and, going international is important to us. The biggest skill right now is still building that foundation and building the brand up. So Kansas City is our home, but we're no longer, we will definitely travel.
And a dream location to have an event?
Vacation spot.
There you go. Somewhere nice and warm. Lots of water.
This question is for Bec Hyatt. First, I want to say congratulations on your performance tonight. It seems like you're the total package for Invicta. You've got very entertaining interviews, you've got very entertaining fights. So, what do you see as next for you?
I'm ready to take on whoever Shannon and Janet will be back. I'm always looking to be the next person that's going to get me closer to the title shot again. I'm always, aiming for the top. So whoever they want me to fight and whoever I can beat to get to the title again.
Now that you've beaten Jessica, is the war of words over, or are there still bad feelings between the two of you?
I mean, Jessica, talking tips, I think there's a big language barrier going on a bit that I haven't been able to get really on Facebook and see what the I was up to, but I'll wait and see.
This question is also for Beth. Would you say that this was your biggest victory of your career, or at least the most satisfying one?
Yeah, it was definitely satisfying. I think the most emotional bit was when I got knocked out and I came back and won my next fight. It was very emotional for me. I trained hard, and I always train hard, so I think I learned more from defeat, but definitely, victories to me. So yeah.
Hey Bec, it's Veronica with Moves of May Roundup. Couldn't help but notice in Nutella there. Are you sponsored by them?
No, I'm just a fatty. I'm a closet fatty.
I have a question for Rose. You said you hurt your ankle. Was that during the fight, or you went into the fight with the ankle injury? And is it something that's going to keep you out for a while?
Yeah, I sprained my ankle in training. Probably 3 weeks. So nothing was broken or anything. It's just really swollen. And I felt just totally mentally ready, and everything was going perfectly beforehand that I couldn't pull out the fight for that.
This question is for Molly. Molly, you came and took this fight, and you always come and fight hard and fight your heart out. What's next for you here in Invicta?
Well, I'll just wait and see what Janet and Jen have for me, but they definitely promised me another fight because I did step up and fight Julia Budd. I think she's ranked number 3 right now in the 145-pound weight class, and so I was very happy to be able to help out and get Julia Budd up on it, and I definitely do it all over again. It's a great opportunity, so we'll see what's next.
Yeah, the crowd here seems funny too, so it was great to watch.
It was good. Had the crowd. That was the greatest part.
Okay, first question's for Bec. Right, obviously that you're having so much success here and so many fans out here in the United States. Do you think you'll eventually, sometime this year, maybe fight in your native Australia?
I don't think so, no. I'm really happy with Invicta. It's really nice to come over here and get treated, like a proper athlete. It's like a full-time job for me, so I take it very seriously, and I think, Invicta's going to be my home for a long time.
So you're probably going to have your fans petition Invicta to go down to Australia at some point then?
Pretty much, and Australians can be pretty loud if you haven't noticed, so they like it their own way.
I also noticed a lot of Americans were doing Aussie too, so.
Yeah, Americans absolutely love Australians for some reason, so it's always nice to be loved.
Yeah, and Australia went 2-1 tonight. What do you think about that?
All the girls put on an amazing show. Fiona just got an amazing heart. She went out there and gave it a roll and didn't quit. And Alex, she's one to be reckoned with. She went out there and she put on a clinic. So yeah, definitely proud of Australia today.
Yeah, and I want to mention that Megumi Kuji tweeted that she's very happy that Alex won. So she's really happy on that as well. My next question is for Rose. First of all, congratulations on trending on Twitter tonight, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, what do you see? What do you see next for you? Do you is there anybody in particular you want to fight right now, or?
Well, that was definitely an incredible win for me, and it's very impressive. But I still am only 2-0. I still need a lot of experience. So for me to be just in the same organization as these other, tough fighters is an honor, and I really, just whatever I'm looking for, another tough fight after this, and then, who knows, a few more wins, and then, hopefully the belt.
Yeah, what's it like to have broken a record for a female submission?
Awesome. Yeah, it's definitely going to be framed and put up somewhere.
So, I mean, you said you sprained your ankle. How far out do you think you'll be able to make it for the July fight?
We'll have to see. I really don't know. I mean, it's just one of those things where, pain, a lot of it is really mental. A lot of injuries sometimes makes you better coming into the fight because it gives you more sense of urgency, and like a wounded animal is more dangerous than, a healthy fighter. So I don't know. Just,
then a follow-up question to that then. When did you make the decision to go for the flying armbar?
You know what? I've been training in camp. Just anytime somebody goes in the vicinity of my neck, just go for it and no hesitation. So really, it's just one of those things that you train the way you fight, and I didn't have to think about it because that's how I train.
Okay, thank you.
This question's for Rose. Rose, Jeremy White with UMR Live. Pat mentioned earlier you made it in the record books, 5th fastest, first for the women's. Women's MMA is so new. In 20 years, we're 20 years past the start of the UFC. In 20 years, you guys are going to be seen as pioneers in the sport. Now you're 2-0, you're in the record books. I always like to ask you guys, what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? You got a great start.
Yeah, I guess we just got to keep the ball rolling. A lot of the, people don't really know about women's MMA at this point. The ball's rolling, definitely people are hearing about it, but we really have something to prove. I think that's why we come out fighting like cats, or I don't know, just something about we just have the drive that men don't have for some reason. I'm gonna say, just the guys come out there, they come out technical, and I don't know if it's because they've been given opportunities that we haven't until Invicta, that it gives us that extra push. So we just gotta stay hungry. That's the main thing, is that we have to stay hungry. We're hungry right now, but we have to keep it going.
Rose, you're very modest right now in victory, but your submission was awesome. We're trending on Twitter. Undoubtedly, Invicta will put up the video and it'll go viral. People in press row were comparing you to Ronda Rousey. Is it a little overwhelming at this moment?
Extremely. I really, right after it happened, I didn't even believe it happened. 2 months of hard training, all the blood, sweat, and tears, and all the just freaking out beforehand, and doubts, but at the same time, supreme confidence. It really, you work so hard, and then for it to end so quickly, it's like, really? I was crying beforehand because of for 12 seconds of a fight, But really, it's just a testament to all my coaches, all my teammates, and just all the hard work that I put into it. And I don't know, it speaks for itself.
Well, that was my other question actually, was do you want a longer fight next time once your ankle is healed up?
Hell no. No, not. I mean, if it could end before it even started, if it could end at the weigh-ins, that'd be great. That's why I try and be scary at the weigh-ins so that they might be scared and go home.
Yeah, that's probably a stupid question, but the Harlem Shake thing. Has Bec been announced the winner of that?
I believe they did announce it. It's winner, but we'll announce again.
I missed it. So Bec, how do you feel about winning that? So what'd you win, $1,000? So how do you feel about that?
I'm going to movie land. I'm taking my boys to movie land. I'm ecstatic. It's awesome. It's nice to, you can make a video, make some money, so it's great.
Bec and Jessica Penny both won the social media contest as well. So she has another thing.
Shannon, I have one more for you. It's a year later. Last year you could have, press throw, you could have fit one earlier. It's blown out. How do you feel?
Yeah, this has been quite a journey for us. You start out with an idea, you